It's not often that the Chief Content Officer, Paul Triple H Levesque, is here on Raw. He must have some major news to share.
Let's hear what the game has to say.
As you all know, we've been building a new era in WWE, a direction that's bolder than anything you've ever seen before. But to forge this path, we need talent who can rise to the occasion. Whether that's someone who's already here or an outsider ready to step in and lead the charge. Who is gonna be the superstar to lead us to that next level? Well, we're gonna answer that question starting next Monday on Raw with the WWE Draft.
The WWE Draft kicks off next Monday. That's huge news.
Raw and SmackDown GMs Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis have decisions to make that will shape the future of WWE. Now, I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but as a Chief Content Officer, I'm gonna drop a couple of hints about who I think will be selected #1 overall and become the leader of this new era. This individual is going to be a force in the men's division for years to come. I've seen his potential for greatness already as a decorated champion from MMA. That's right. I think you might know who I'm talking about. They could be the next big crossover star from the cage to the squared circle to lead the new era of WWE. It all starts at the draft when we take the next step in WWE's revolution.
The CCO just alluded to the fact that we might have an MMA champion going #1 overall.
I can't wait for draft night.
Hello there. So nice to finally meet you. I'm Troy Simpkin, seasoned and esteemed WWE producer.
Hey, Troy. Nice to meet you, too.
We are so excited for your arrival at WWE. There's been so many successful crossover stars between MMA and sports entertainment, and we think you could be bigger than all of them.
Thanks. I think so, too. So, what's the plan?
We want to get you acclimated to a WWE ring before the draft. So you're going to head down to the Performance Center. We've even lined up some training partners with MMA experience to make you feel comfortable. Who do you prefer?
I'd love to mix it up with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Excellent. Just be sure to lay low down there. We want your debut at the draft to be a huge surprise.
I'll do my best.
Oh, one more thing. Make sure you look good on draft night.
What are you getting at?
It's just that in the past, WWE superstars had to wear whatever we told them to for their non-ring attire. And as much as I miss those days, that's no longer how it works around here. It's a new era with fewer restrictions. So you can wear whatever you want.
So I can dress how I want to dress? I assumed that was the case, but thanks for confirming.
All right, we better wrap this up before any looky-loos start pulling out their phones. Safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, I've seen all your fights. Big fan. Hear you might be joining us in WWE soon.
Thanks. And I'm a fan, too. Nice to meet you, Jimmy.
I know you got the fight game on lock, but WWE is different. You never know who you can trust or what's coming next.
That sounds a lot like MMA. I think I'll fit in okay.
So you are coming to WWE?
I didn't say that.
I feel you. Well, maybe I'll see you soon. Or not. Later.
One, two, that's it. Bring the bell. What a huge night we have on Raw with the start of the WWE Draft.
Ah, and it just got even bigger. It's one of the hottest stars in MMA.
Are the rumors true? Will they be the #1 pick?
Thanks for taking the time to answer a couple questions before the draft. I know you just got here and must be getting pulled in 100 different directions, so I'll try to make this quick.
No problem. And it's Kathy, right? Good to meet you.
You too. You've been on top of the fight game for years in MMA. What personality traits led to your success?
I'll go with what I use on my dating app. I don't like to take things too seriously. I like a good reality TV show, scrolling endlessly through silly pet videos on my phone, and when I'm not busy with that, I enjoy bashing people's heads in. So I guess you could say I'm a bit more comedic and fun.
Honestly, I was not expecting that. What can you say about the rumors that are swirling around tonight?
They're all true. Akam and Razar and I are starting a boy band.
I meant the rumors about you going #1 overall in the draft.
Oh, right. Well, it would mean a lot, but it's just an opportunity. You still need to win matches and championships, or none of this draft stuff matters.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'll let you go for now. Thanks again, and good luck with the draft.
Good to see you.
Hey, boss.
You feeling okay? I know it's tough. New surroundings, big expectations coming from a different sport. A lot of eyeballs on you tonight.
What's tonight?
The draft?
Oh, I was mainly here to work on some choreography with Akam and Razar. But I guess I could squeeze in some time for the draft.
Good one. I gotta get going, but you should be proud of everything you've accomplished to get here. You've earned it. See you out there in a bit.
It's time to kick off the WWE Draft.
Thank you. But tonight is not about me. It's about launching this company in a new and exciting direction. And that all starts with the announcement of the top overall pick. So let's not wait any longer. With the first pick in the WWE Draft, Raw is honored to select the future of WWE.
There they are, the #1 pick in the WWE Draft, and wow, it's a good one.
Talk about making a splash. Adam Pearce got himself a generational talent.
We heard all the rumors, but seeing this play out now really lives up to the hype.
Good luck topping this SmackDown.
Stand by, there's some kind of technical issue here.
Talk about ruining a moment.
What the heck?
Who was that?
Oh, where's security?
Can someone explain what just happened?
Okay, got it. The draft will continue after this break.
First of all, I'm sorry about what happened out there. We're working with the authorities to get to the bottom of it, but Hunter says it seems like it was just a random, unstable individual.
Is this how things are handled over here in WWE? At least in MMA, I knew when I was going to get hit. Maybe I would have been better off staying where I was.
I assure you that's not the case. You're in good hands with us.
So if it was a random person, what was with that stuff on the Tron?
I wouldn't assume the two things were connected. Could have been unrelated technical difficulties. Either way, I don't think it's anything to worry about. Better to focus on the positive and move on.
Pay no attention to the crazed masked attacker. Understood.
I'll set up a match for you next week on Raw, and it'll be against a local competitor you'll be sure to dominate. After that, no one will be talking about what happened tonight.
Hey, you all right? I'm fine. I know we didn't cross paths too much when you were in MMA, but it's good to see a friendly face here. Anyway, it's wrestling. On to the next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does some random person get access to the Tron?
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
I agree. I'll be ready if and when something happens again.
That attack came out of nowhere. Are you okay?
Hey, Troy. I'm a lot more angry than I am hurt.
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. The perfect way to blow off a little steam.
You got any idea who was under that mask? Because that's who I'd like to get my hands on.
I do not. However, since I got promoted, which was definitely based on merit, not because Roman Reigns landed on me at WrestleMania and Triple H felt bad about my numerous injuries, I've been put in charge of booking the matches for our live events.
Congratulations?
You should be congratulating yourself, because I've got my eye on you to be the main attraction for our next big tour.
I appreciate it, Troy. But I'm focused on figuring out who jumped me, and then enacting some very disproportionate revenge.
That's exactly why you should compete in some live event matches. It's the perfect opportunity to sharpen your skills and max out your abilities. Trust me, you won't believe the kind of rewards you'll get with live events.
Fine, Troy. Next time you have a live event opportunity, hit me up.
You're the best. Thanks so much. You'll find me waiting for you when I'm ready to book the next bunch of shows.
Can't wait.
The #1 pick is ready to complete his journey from the cage to the ring.
And his opponent from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Beast,
I know he hasn't even made it to the ring yet, but this guy already looks like he belongs. The swagger, the focus. I think we're witnessing the beginning of something very special.
Now, yeah, this is exactly what he'd hoped for. Attitude adjustment. Wow, that was incredible.
2 count.
What a resounding victory here tonight for the #1 pick.
I agree, Byron. That was pure domination.
The hell? Not this again.
It's the same attacker from the draft.
Where's security? Come on.
I guess he's taking matters into his own hands.
Good, I'm sick of this.
And this time, they're not getting away.
The masked assailant is regretting this now.
They might not be masked for much longer.
Is that Tony D'Angelo from NXT?
Not surprised with his track record.
We're going to go to commercial while we sort this out.
That's enough! Sit down and stay there.
What are we gonna do with him? We're going to get some answers, and we're going to get them right now.
You have no idea.
Normally, I'd have a clever one-liner response. We'd maybe go back and forth a bit. It'd be a hoot. But it looks like I've got to be both good cop and bad cop. And bad cop says, start talking.
The new era has arrived.
I know you're known for these types of attacks, but why did you target me? Jealous that I was the #1 pick and you weren't even drafted?
It's not always about you. It's about us. Them. All of them.
Who is them? Your goons? The family?
Lardan.
I think I've had about enough. We'll settle this when you face me in a match next week. Now get this attention-seeking mafia wannabe out of here!
So you got the bad guy, huh?
Looks like it.
I know Triple H and everyone is telling you this is over now, but I still think there's more to come.
I think so too. I don't think D'Angelo would do this on his own. Whether it's his family or someone else behind the scenes, there's gotta be other people involved.
Exactly. And the entire roster should be on the lookout. I know I will be.
It's Raw's #1 draft pick hoping to shut down their attacker.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Beast,
There's an extra degree of intensity from this superstar tonight. It looks like he's determined to put an end to Tony D'Angelo's attacks once and for all.
I'm sure he is, Saxon. This is a true grudge match. D'Angelo messed with the wrong guy here.
Uh-oh. Batten down the hatches. F5! Thunderous! D'Angelo down, and he might be out.
This is more than a win. The #1 draft pick can now move on and focus on bigger goals.
Good riddance to Tony D'Angelo and whatever this was all about.
Now what?
Is that Charlie Dempsey?
What the hell is going on?
That's certainly Gigi Dolan.
Trick Williams from behind. What is happening?
And now Tony D'Angelo's recovered and joining the NXT champion. Clearly D'Angelo wasn't acting alone in all of this.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a common theme here, guys. We gotta get some help out here.
This is a full-on invasion.
And the invaders are all from NXT.
We need help back there, right now.
Adam Pearce is trying to intervene.
Nikita Lyons with a chair.
And Pearce goes down too.
The NXT Unity Tag Champions have taken out CM Punk.
And Charlotte gets nailed too.
This is insane.
Please, somebody, anybody, do something.
We are under siege.
It's Bayley and Kevin Owens.
Finally.
You can't just come in here and do this without repercussions.
What the?
Bayley and KO are part of this? Are you serious?
What are we witnessing?
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop until NXT is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I'm just about speechless.
We've just witnessed pure anarchy.
It was a mutiny, Saxton. Bayley said it herself. Unbelievable.
Well, it's over for tonight at least.
Who really knows at this point?
I might be out for a bit after what they did to me. But the second I'm back, I need revenge on the NXT Unity Champions and every single person involved.
I'm with you.
Good. But don't forget I warned both of you that this would happen, and no one listened.
I was wrong. I know. But this isn't the time to point fingers.
Yeah, it's the time to start listening to me. No one around here can be trusted. No one. This could go all the way to the top. Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this? Yeah. Chew on that for a minute.
Look, I've already spoken to Nick Aldis, and we're gonna work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and SmackDown are a united front. But we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But what are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said about Triple H.
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks to figure out what's been going on. There's no way he has anything to do with this.
I don't know what to believe at this point. I do know Punk was right about being careful who we trust, though.
I know. It seems like Bayley and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
Then it sounds like we need to find someone from outside of WWE who could step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from MMA.
Okay, but how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT? How do you know we can trust them?
We used to train together for years. You spend that much time with someone, putting your health and safety in their hands, you know you can trust them.
All right, sold. After you get them on board, let's talk next steps. And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny strikes again.
Hey, it's been a minute.
I know. Thanks for coming here on short notice.
No problem, but are you sure you want me to help you with this? I know I've dabbled in wrestling before, but I've been focusing on MMA the past few years. Just seems kind of, I don't know, desperate.
who else could I trust more than my old training partner?
We were always trying to outdo each other back in the day. Might be nice to team up together for once.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
You know I'm ride or die with you. Let's do it.
Great. I've arranged for you to have a warm-up match here today before we tackle NXT together. I know you're used to knockout and submission rules in MMA, but today's pinfall only, to get used to wrestling again.
Go for the 3 count. Got it. I'm gonna go get changed.
Okay, and try to win. Because if you lose, I might have second thoughts about this. And then my next best option is this guy named Troy Simpkin, and at that point I might as well just let NXT take over.
Haven't changed a bit.
One, two, that's it. Ring it.
So, this is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need this space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy, but for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this fighting in MMA, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best, which in my case is being comedic and fun.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
I've only been here for 5 minutes, but I'm already sick of Mutiny bragging about their precious intergender NXT Unity Tag Championships. Well, what if we came up with our own, not at all similar versions? That would really cause a mutiny.
It's like we share the same brain. I'll put in a call to my props and gags guy right away.
2 of the key players in the recent NXT Mutiny attack were the Unity Tag Team Champions. The Raw and SmackDown side has countered not with an attack, but instead by creating brand new Tag Team Championships of their own. Please welcome the brand new Unified Tag Team Champions, the #1 draft pick, and their partner who's making their WWE debut.
Thanks, Kathy. You might recognize my new partner from her time in MMA, but now she's here to help me take down this NXT mutiny. And what better way to do that than with these fancy new championships?
That's right. The GMs thought we were the perfect pair to hold these new unified titles.
I gotta say, this sounds and looks very similar to the NXT Unity titles.
Not at all. Our titles have red accents, while theirs have silver.
Our titles are open to intergender competition from any brand, not just NXT.
And finally, our titles have never been lost in a match.
Okay, but isn't that just because they're brand new? I'm still not seeing how these titles are any different.
Zip it, Kathy. We'll show you and the entire WWE universe just how special and unique our unified championships are when we defend them later tonight on Raw.
Okay, can't wait.
It's a WWE debut, tag team debut, and the debut of the Unified Championships.
I guess if you're going to introduce yourself to the WWE Universe, you might as well do it as a champion. Talk about participation trophies.
Oh, come on, Saxton, they're trolling. What better way to get under Mutiny's skin than by knocking off their precious Unity titles?
The following contest is a intergender tag team match and is for the NXT Unified Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers Cruz del Toro, and Zelina Vega, the LWO. And their opponents, the Beast, Brock Leonardo, and Sarah Bess.
No joking around here. The unified tag titles are serious business tonight.
Uh-oh. Batten down the hatches.
F5! Thunderous!
Did the champ just close this out?
And the champs retain.
The long history this new duo shares was evident here tonight as the unified champs looked like a well-oiled machine and successfully defended their titles.
Sure, Michael, but they will likely have an even tougher time defending these ridiculous titles in the court of public opinion.
I see what you're doing here with these unified championships. Funny.
Thanks. I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny. We came up training together.
I know all about you. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral in this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it, so this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
Is it, though? Like you said, you're too close to this. Might be clouding your judgment.
I know you're new here, so I'll let that slide.
Bottom line, we're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Your plan seems to be working. Mutiny is definitely annoyed.
Yep, told you it would get their attention. Now we just need to take things further to give Mutiny and their Unity champions something else to complain about.
What'd you have in mind?
Cosplay. It always comes down to cosplay.
Yes! Finally! I'll send you my measurements ASAP!
It's one half of the unified champs, who's looking like a king tonight.
First they come up with knockoff titles. Now he's rolling in as a knockoff Lexus King. I love it.
He does seem determined to get under Mutiny's skin. Let's hope he hasn't forgotten he's still heading into a match.
The unified champs are channeling the Unity champs in a match that should be unique. The laughs may or may not stop, but the action starts now. And the other half of the unified champions doing her best J.C. Jane impression.
After seeing her partner, I'm sure nobody was surprised to see the gear she decided to wear out here tonight. But you have to admit, she's really pulling it off.
Are you saying you got a toxic attraction to our unified champion?
I'm not going that far, but well played.
I knew it. Hopefully the unified champs haven't overlooked their opponents here tonight. Otherwise, they're in trouble.
Look at that face. She's ready to throw some hands. Gentlemen, it's time for war.
The War Raiders have gotten back to their roots and are more savage now than ever. Wherever the Raiders go, you will see the carnage of war.
Completely focused on waging war.
The following contest is a intergender tag team match and is for the NXT Unified Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Eric and Valhalla, the War Raiders, and their opponents, the Beast, Brock Leonardo, and Sarah
No joking around here. The unified tag titles are serious business tonight.
Here are your winners, unified tag team champions, the Beast, Leonardo, and Sarah Beth.
These two dressed up and beat down their opponents, while perhaps sending a strong message to the Unity champs and Mutiny.
Yeah, you've got to think this match was more about pushing Mutiny's buttons than it was about defending titles. But it's quite possible they managed to successfully do both.
Hey, sorry I haven't checked in sooner. I've been tied up with all this Mutiny stuff. How's it going here so far?
I'd say pretty good, since we just got ourselves a match for the Unity Tag Team Championships.
I saw that. I'll admit I had no idea what you were thinking at first, but it does appear to be working. Still, I'm nervous about you competing at NXT. If I had to guess, there will be some outside interference.
So, what do you propose we do to counter that? Hire a team of security guards to surround the ring? Nah, they could secretly be working with Mutiny. Oh, what if they were apes? Apes are strong and tough and loyal. Security apes. Is that a thing? Nah, we wouldn't have time to train them before the match.
I was going to suggest I'd be there to watch your backs.
You're no security ape, but at least you're trained. That'll work.
Here to defend the titles they've held since they made them up. The Unified Champions.
The following contest is a intergender tag team match. And is for the NXT Unity Tag Team and the NXT Unified Tag Team Championships. Introducing the champions, Sarah Beth and the Beast, Leonardo.
One way or another, the Unity titles will change hands tonight. The Unity Unified Unification match is about to be unleashed. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our Tag Team Championship match.
And this is the one I've been waiting for all day, Cole. What these teams can do inside that ring never ceases to amaze me.
There you see what's at stake. The NXT Unity Tag Team titles.
Locking up here. Oh, poke to the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury.
Nonetheless, the match continues.
JC eats a clothesline.
But Lexus came with the belt shot.
And the referee never saw it.
The champions are going to retain.
Wait, foot on the ropes.
It's SmackDown GM Nick Aldis. They were ready for this.
Credit to the Unified Champions for being prepared.
Hold on, spear on JC Jane.
Looks like his eye's okay.
Or at least okay enough.
Setting up for some kind of double team move.
And down onto JC Jane with the cover.
1, 2,
That'll do it. We officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions.
We just witnessed amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny.
And don't forget the assist from Nick Aldis.
Mutiny shocked the world with their invasion a couple weeks ago, but now, taking their Unity tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling this is only the beginning between these two sides.
Welcome back, Punk.
Looks like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you goaded them into defending their Unity titles, and then walked away with them too. Well done.
Thanks. Nick Aldis came through when it mattered. It was a team effort.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldis and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
Yeah, it is convenient. I can't believe he's still staying neutral. Makes you wonder if there's something else going on there.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
Hey, it's good to see you. Have you got a minute?
For you or for that taco bar? Because a certain #1 draft pick is about to go to town on a chimichanga.
Please tell me you're joking. I hate to admit it, but Punk was right. Mutiny is becoming a huge problem. And as silly as those unified tag titles were, they did seem to get under their skin.
The unified tag titles? Silly? Oh, I'm glad my partner is over on SmackDown so she doesn't have to hear this. Now, while I've got you, I want to pitch you a brand new, completely original idea. The Unison Tag Team titles. Huh?
No.
Relax. Mutiny? They're a joke. They shouldn't be wearing those silly shirts. They should be wearing clown noses.
A joke? They have some heavy hitters over there, like most of the Judgment Day for starters. Damian Priest, Finn Balor, JD McDonough. Dominic Mysterio's still on the fence, but Priest is pushing hard for him to join.
Damian Priest is a clown.
You want to go tell him that?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, treating them like the threat they think they are is the wrong move. Show everyone they're just clowns in a one wrestling ring circus. That's how we break them.
So, are you saying you want a match with Priest? Because I'm sure he'd be willing to show up for a fight.
Eventually, but not yet. Let's make JD McDonough look like a clown first. That shouldn't be hard.
I'll set it up.
Oh, one more thing. Who controls the music and trons around here?
It's JD McDonough, but with some new music.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day. From Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 180 pounds, JD McDonough.
Look at JD trying to play this cool. He's attempting to strut his way to the ring, but it sounds like he should be heading to a three-ring circus.
Good one, Saxton. Whoever pulled this one off is earning some major points in my book. But we'll see if this throws McDonough off his game or lights a fire under him.
And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner, the Beast,
This prankster has turned fun and games into a winning strategy.
He played the Joker and ended up taking the whole pot. JD just couldn't juggle his way out of this jester's jest.
Should I congratulate you on the win last week, or help you get started with your witness protection application? I hope your little joke was worth it.
It was totally worth it. Did you see JD's face? I mean, he didn't react at all, but you know he was seething.
Yeah, and you're going to be seeing it again, along with a lot more mutiny faces, since according to my sources, they're going to invade Raw tonight. And you're going to be in the ring with Dominic Mysterio, who very well may have already joined them.
Did someone say send in the clowns?
No, this isn't a joke. I've spoken to Triple H, who claims his hands are tied, so I've ordered all non-essential personnel to clear out. But let me put this in words you might actually understand. It's you they're after. Either you tame the circus, or your beatdown becomes the main event.
Those are hardly the only two options, Pierce. Don't you like Christmas movies? When someone is breaking into your house, you set some booby traps.
Booby traps?
All I need is a spool of tripwire, 4 sturdy ladders, a gallon of industrial-strength superglue, 6 tubes of silicone grease, and 1 set of electrified ring ropes.
And it sounds like I'm gonna need a new job. I'll try to find you all that stuff, and a coffin too. You're gonna need it.
We're just now getting word that there's a developing situation backstage.
This could be the NXT Mutiny invasion we were warned about.
Hey, pay attention!
Fallon Henley and JD McDonough are here.
What are these invaders up to?
They're trying to get in that door.
His hand is stuck.
I think there's glue on the door handle.
Fallon Henley's seen enough.
That did not go as planned.
Everything in the ring has come to a complete standstill.
Everyone wants to see if these invaders give up or if they're thirsty for more.
Josh Briggs and Wolfgang are here.
Taken out by some kind of tripwire.
That'll hurt.
And down comes a barrage of ladders.
McDonough and Henley seem to have gotten out from under one door and through another.
And I think they've realized just who set all these traps.
Fallon takes a huge spill.
Those stairs have been greased. McDonough isn't going to make that mistake. He's avoiding the steps.
Is that top rope electrified?
A shocking turn of events.
Dominic wants no part of this and is heading for the exits.
Can you blame him? Look at what his opponent's done to these mutiny clowns.
It's a count-out victory, but this invasion was a comedy of errors.
In comedy and battle, timing is everything. And tonight, the timing was impeccably disastrous.
I didn't think it was possible to tick off Mutiny more than you already had. So, congrats? Your plan backfired.
Backfired? Mutiny's fuming at me, but word is they're upset with their leaders too. Bailey and KO are walking the tightrope with all those seething clowns they sent down here to become our punchlines. It was the most embarrassing show on earth!
Well, Damian Priest isn't laughing. He wants a match, and he's not gonna let some greased stairs get in the way of beating you senseless.
Then let's crank it up and make it a no DQ spectacular, shall we? I've got a trunk full of special weapons, my own arsenal of tricks. Let's pull back the curtain and reveal Mutiny for the bumbling clowns they are.
Hopefully you've got something better than a little flower that squirts water.
Come one, come all, and get ready for a performance you'll never forget.
Hang on, is that Doink the Clown's music?
Looks like Priest's problems are ballooning.
Doink's in the ring.
Going on the attack. He's looking to cause chaos.
You knew something was going to go down.
Now that could change the course of this match.
Opening up the floodgates. Looking like John Henry swinging the hammer like that. And each of these lethal maneuvers have got to be taking a toll. These are the kind of attacks that completely throw off your equilibrium. Uh-oh. Batten down the hatches.
F5! Thunderous!
He created a huge opportunity here.
An exhausting match, but a victory he'll savor forever.
Here is your winner, the Beast from Leonardo!
And with a flourish of clown-themed weapons, he secured the win. You got to admit, his theatrics were perfectly executed tonight.
Absolutely, Corey. He not only brought the tricks, but he used every one to his advantage.
Giant hammers, a clown shoe, booby traps. You know, in the future, maybe let's talk things through first.
No way. You would have just said no. I wanted to have a little fun.
I just want to be in the loop. And for the record, I like fun as much as the next guy.
I don't think that's true.
But it wasn't just fun, it was a statement. I talked to Dominic Mysterio. He was 100% gearing up to join Mutiny. But after what you pulled off, he's staying put. And I bet he's not the only one.
Who can resist joining the side with the best pranks?
Bailey and KO are dealing with a lot of heat right now. The ranks are starting to question their leadership. I'm sure of it.
Good. We need that doubt to spread. Every crack we can make in their armor is another step towards taking back control.
And if we can crack people up while cracking Mutiny's armor, that's a win-win.
We should talk about what's next. I spoke to the GMs, and you're going to defend your Unity titles at WWE Payback.
Mutiny maneuvered their way into a title match?
No, you'll actually be facing Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins.
Might be nice to take a break from battling Mutiny.
Exactly. And since you're facing a team from our side, there's no chance of the titles going back to NXT.
We don't plan on losing either way.
Even though they're not directly involved in the match, I still think Mutiny might try to interfere. And since we all know that Hunter and the board won't do anything about it, I'll be in your corner to watch your backs. Deal?
Sounds good to me.
Amidst all this NXT mutiny chaos, there's one thing that's been catching our eye. Piquing our interest, if you will.
Don't get us wrong. We are Team WWE all the way. We support anyone who's fighting the good fight. But two of our teammates have something we want. The Unity Tag Team Championships. And now, we've been given the opportunity.
And who better to hold the Unity titles than an actual wedded couple? That's real unity. Unlike the current champions whose bond is that they used to train together. Wow, that's deep.
But don't worry, after we relieve you of your titles, all will be well in the world. You can get back to focusing on Mutiny, and everyone can rest easy that the Unity titles are still safe and sound with Team WWE.
One last thing. CM Punk, we hear you're gonna be in the champ's corner. We don't need anyone in ours, since we have each other.
But don't try any funny business out there, okay? Or we'll send you right back to the hospital.
Keep those belts nice and warm, champs. We're coming for you.
And here they are, the Unity Champions, joined by their mentor, CM Punk.
I don't think calling CM Punk a mentor goes far enough. He's really been a guide, a guru, and a friend to these two.
Well, you're not wrong, Saxton. I was skeptical of how valuable the influence of a guy like Punk could be, but you can't argue with the results.
And here are the challengers, Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins.
A mixed-gender tag title and a husband and wife tag team? It's easy to feel like these Unity titles were made for Seth and Becky.
Unfortunately, they forgot to put them on their wedding registry, so they're going to have to earn them in the ring, just like everyone else. The Tag Team Champions retain.
Here are your winners, and still the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Beast, Brock Leonardo, and Sarah Spence.
They've done it, a well-deserved victory against tough competition.
And it's more than a win. This match is a reminder of what everyone is fighting for. Not just championships, but a break from the mutiny chaos and a glimpse of what WWE was. And hopefully will be again soon.
That was a big win. And having you out there must have scared Mutiny off, Punk.
Yeah, thanks for the backup.
No problem. But I do have some bad news. Mutiny didn't hit us in the ring because they were busy poaching our roster. I just found out that Shinsuke Nakamura, Shayna Baszler, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa all jumped ship.
Damn.
It's definitely a blow, especially since we don't seem to be getting anyone from their side to join us. Just when we thought things were going well, right?
We've been here before.
We have?
Yeah, this reminds me of when we first started training together. For every stride we made, it seemed like there was a setback. But no matter what happened, you never gave up. It's the reason I knew you were the right person to come in to help us take down Mutiny.
Thanks. That means a lot.
I hate to interrupt here, but we need to figure out what's next. How are we going to counter Mutiny getting stronger?
Sorry, we got a bit off track. Which brand should we focus on? Keep in mind, if I go to Raw, I only have live event matches lined up.
Alba! You are just who I've been looking for.
It's a hilarious new arrival. How wonderful.
It is! I have an incredible idea to stop these mutiny attacks once and for all.
Let's have it then. How will we stop Mutiny's insurrection?
Magic. You and Isla Dawn cursed the tag titles. You take opponents out of your path with supernatural forces. You just need to turn that power against Mutiny.
What exactly is it that you expect us to do?
You could turn the mutiny into some big fat toads.
What are you doing?
You could send them on a goose chase down a long, dark road.
Is this a song of some kind?
You could curse them, you could vex them, then together you can hex them.
Stop! Enough!
I just figured there are so many witches in musicals that if I sang...
We are not musical witches.
You won't have to do it alone. I can help you, please. Let me learn from you and Isla. We could be an unholy trinity. We could make up a secret handshake that we spend hours perfecting with spins and clicking heels and all in perfect unison.
No secret handshakes, but fine, we'll give this a try. You can be in our corner for our match against Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Be warned though, once you step on this path, there's no turning back. Do you really want to learn our secrets?
Yes! I'll gather up some mandrake root, practice my chanting. I bet I can find a crystal ball. All the witchy stuff.
That will not be necessary. If you're going to hang with the Unholy Union, you'll need to elevate the group, not take it down.
Yes, of course. You want elevation? You are going to get it.
It's time for the Unholy Union to make their presence known. It sent a shiver right down my spine.
Chelsea Green and Piper Niven don't look too scared, Byron.
Well, it looks like they've got a new member of their coven.
That's one half of the Unity Champions. Why would she be associating with the Unholy Union?
I'm not sure, Saxton, and it doesn't look like Isla and Alba are quite sure either.
Wait a second here. Is she floating?
This is witchcraft!
Well, that spell didn't turn out too well.
At least Chelsea and Piper are amused.
See, Saxton? There was no real magic here.
Isla and Alba do not seem very happy with their new acolyte.
Looks like their coven mate is ready to go anyway. She's leading the charge to the ring.
She's leading it on her own. Isla and Alba have abandoned their new sidekick.
And the witch in training has no idea she's alone.
She does now.
The referee's making this a handicap match. That's all she wrote for this handicap match.
Here is your winner,
She wasn't even prepared to compete, and this superstar won a handicap match? Do you think the Unholy Alliance put a curse on Piper and Chelsea?
Wish I'd put a curse on you, Saxton.
Hey.
I don't know what was in your wee brain out there, but you owe us an explanation.
You're not the ones who should be mad. You walked out on me, and I ended up in a handicap match. Which I happened to win, by the way.
Let's not lose sight of your little stunt during your entrance. That was an embarrassment.
We did not invite you into our coven to make a mockery of us. Do you even believe in the craft?
Would I be here if I didn't? I wasn't mocking you. I was trying to do what you asked.
Which was?
You told me to elevate the group, so I thought if I literally elevated myself, it would do the trick. It wasn't my fault that production got me a much smaller platform than I expected, with not enough fog.
See, Alba, this is what we get for bringing home strays.
Please don't give up on me. I'm trying my best. Just give me one more chance, and I'll prove I can witch with the best of them.
Aldous has been after us to do a 3-on-3 match.
I am so good in trios matches. Pick me, pick me.
Oh, I just know I'm going to regret this, but fine. One more chance. But no platforms or fog next week. Just do your regular entrance and try to fit in.
Thank you. I will so fit in. You have no idea how in I'll fit. Oh, the unholy trio. This is great. Should we do the secret handshake now?
No.
It's cool. Maybe next time? We still have to workshop it anyway. This is gonna be great.
Oh my, this is certainly a new look for this superstar.
The following contest is a 6-woman tag team match. On the way to the ring, Sarah Betts, Isla Dawn, and Alba Fire.
We know that this half of the Unity Tag Champions has a reputation for her sense of humor, but I'm not sure if her partners are in on the joke.
The last thing on earth she should be doing is antagonizing Isla and Alba. We've seen what their hexes can do.
Here are your winners, Sarah Betts, Isla Dawn, and
Despite the clearly evident tension, this unholy trio has scored a dominant victory.
I don't know, Cole. They might have won the match, but these witches don't look like they're stirring the same cauldron.
That was amazing! We showed the world we're not just a coven, we're a team.
Is that what we showed the world?
Because it looks to me like once again, you have made yourself the center of attention with that ridiculous bargain bin Halloween costume.
What is with you, Isla? You told me to fit in. That's what I'm doing.
By dressing as the cliche Wiccans have been trying to get away from for a century. Are you going to take my little dog too?
That's not fair. Go out in that arena and ask everyone you see what a witch looks like. This is what they'll describe.
And that's the problem. You're more concerned with image than action.
You said you believe in magic. It's not about playing dress up and acting like a fool.
Okay, fine. Then I'll stop pretending and try to do magic for real. Enchanting your opponents, cursing titles. If you can do it, I can too.
You're going to cast a spell? A real, actual spell?
Yes. Yes, I am. If you won't use your magic against Mutiny, then I'll do it myself. And when I'm finished, I'll have made sure Mutiny stays far away from SmackDown. Do you guys know where one might go to cast a spell?
We do have a place.
This seems like a bad idea, but if it gets you out of our hair, I'm all for it.
Okay, you can do this. In shadows deep, while cauldron brews, I cast a wicked spell for use. From Mutiny spite, we shall be free, protected by my sorcery. By spell and rhyme, protection spun. For Mutiny, the joke's begun. SmackDown safe, they're led astray, delayed by paths that twist and sway. See? Magic! I knew it couldn't be that hard.
This is nothing. One time in Wisconsin, nearly everyone missed the show due to a snowstorm. They put R-Truth in charge for the night, and he wouldn't stop talking about seeing eye people for blind dogs.
Ah, classic R-Truth. Hilarious.
You think animals with disabilities is something to joke about?
No, not at all. So, catering was pretty good today, huh?
Yeah, not bad. They didn't overcook the roast beef like usual.
Yeah, totally.
It's so quiet around here, it's kinda eerie.
I know, right? I'm gonna go check if there are any updates on the flight situation.
Didn't you just check?
Yeah, but who knows what could have changed in the last 1 minute and 37 seconds since we've been talking. Not that I'm keeping track of how long this not at all awkward conversation has been going on.
Remind me when you get back to tell you about this hilarious thing my cat did. I even have a video.
Yeah. That sounds great. I'll be right back. Promise.
Okay, well, I'll get the cat video all queued up. Actually, it's 5 separate videos, but if you skip any or watch them out of order, it won't make any sense.
Oh, I think I just felt my phone vibrate. Could be an update. We'll pick this up later, okay?
I'll be here.
Another victory, but how much longer can the only member of the SmackDown roster in attendance go?
It looks like Last Legend is calling for more reinforcements.
Who turned out the lights?
It's Isla Dawn and Alba Fire.
Where the hell did they come from?
That's what Lash would like to know.
They couldn't have arrived at a better moment.
Last Legend wants no part of the Unholy Alliance.
What are they doing now, guys? Some kind of witchy voodoo. It's creeping me out.
Nonetheless, I'm getting word that SmackDown's roster has arrived at the arena, and Mutiny is getting the hell out of here.
I don't know if Isla and Alba showing up to protect their friend out of the blue is magic or coincidence, but they've ended Mutiny's attack.
Do you really think I did magic?
I think magic works in unpredictable ways. You tried to cast a spell to keep the SmackDown locker room safe from Mutiny.
And the SmackDown locker room got delayed long enough that Mutiny couldn't attack.
At least, they couldn't attack anyone but you.
Oh, whether it worked or not, you were messing around with forces that you don't understand.
I know. I looked silly, I didn't scare off Mutiny, and nothing really changed.
I'm not going to say we disagree, but...
You might have a touch of magic in you.
Thanks. Just... Can you tell me one thing? When you appeared in the ring, was that just special effects, or was it magic?
I'd rather do that handshake again than tell you.
Okay, I'll take that. Let's do it.
Sorry, we can't right now. Michael Cole told us he's got 5 hilarious cat videos to show us.
All right, lay it on us. Did you and the witches really cast a magic spell?
Damn! I owe my partner here $5.
That she does.
I didn't think you were the type who believed in supernatural stuff, punk.
Come on. I've been on ghost hunts for WWE, not to mention this house I remodeled once that had the eeriest feeling on the 3rd floor.
She's still dodging the question, though. All that time with Isla and Alba, the weird flight delay, was it real?
A witch never reveals her secrets, boys.
Well, one thing was real. That beatdown you put on Mutiny.
Yeah, you really held down the fort and put them in their place. Good job.
Hold that thought. My phone's blowing up with some big announcement that Triple H just posted on social media. Let's watch it.
For the past 2 months, the WWE board has kept a close eye on the movement known as NXT Mutiny. As previously stated, we've taken a stance of neutrality. Our position has not changed, but I'm here to announce there will be a clear and definitive end to this conflict at Survivor Series. It will be Raw and SmackDown on one side, NXT Mutiny on the other, squaring off in a best-of-3 series of matches to determine the fate of WWE. If Raw and SmackDown win, they can return things to normal and decide to punish NXT Mutiny for their uprising. If NXT Mutiny wins, WWE might look a whole lot different. There may not even be a Raw or SmackDown anymore. We are prepared for any outcome because this truly is a new era of equal opportunity. I have one more announcement. Before Survivor Series at NXT No Mercy, there will be a special preview match for the Unity Tag Team Championships. On one side, it will be the current champs, and on the other, the former champions from NXT, JC Jane and Alexis King. So Raw, SmackDown, NXT Mutiny, when it comes to Survivor Series with the future of WWE at stake, are you ready? I said, are you?
I'm so sorry for interrupting Triple H's big announcement, but I have my own to make. It's not going to be JC Jane competing in the Unity title match, because we're initiating Freebird rules, and I'll be stepping in to make sure we take back what's ours. In fact, taking back the Unity titles is just the first step in taking back all of WWE and getting rid of the dead weight known as SmackDown and Raw. See you soon, dummies.
Are you serious? You know, it's one thing for Hunter to stay neutral, but now he's giving Mutiny a legit opportunity to take control of WWE? This guy's playing favorites. Hell, he might even be one of them.
Who knows at this point?
Fine. If Mutiny is doing Freebird rules for the preview tag match, then so can we. I want in.
You sure that's the right move?
I never got revenge for getting put on the shelf by the Unity champs. This way, I'll get my hands on Lexis King and the traitor who sent them after me.
Okay, you could take my place in the match, but I'll be out there in your corner to watch your backs.
Deal.
All that matters is we defend the titles. We're gonna need all the momentum we can get as we head toward Survivor Series.
Agreed. So let's not lose.
You ready for this, punk?
I've been waiting for this since the moment all this Mutiny stuff started. So yeah, I'm more than ready.
Not gonna lie, I'm jealous you two are going to get your hands on Bayley. Oh, I was looking forward to hitting her with our whirlwind splash.
At least you'll get to see Punk and I nail her with it from ringside.
I guess that'll do.
Let's stay alert out there. We're heading into enemy territory. Knowing Mutiny, anything can and probably will happen.
Got it.
All right. Let's go put some idiots in their places.
It's the Unity champs, ready to show no mercy to their Mutiny opponents.
It must not have been easy to step aside and allow another guy to defend the titles that you rightly earned. Maybe it wouldn't have been easy for you, Corey, but that just shows the unique, dare I say, unity that this team has. It's the reason they've been so successful, and Mutiny has been running scared.
And the challengers from Mutiny taking full advantage of Freebird rules.
Watching the Unity titles fall into their enemies' hands has been a black mark on Mutiny itself.
Irish whip from Punk on Bailey.
And Punk follows it up with the knee.
And he nails the Bulldog. Vintage CM Punk.
This looks like it could be all over.
And there's the tag.
We've seen the defending champs win matches with the Whirlwind Splash, and now it's CM Punk's turn.
Wait, what?
Did that just happen?
I can't believe this. CM Punk has sided with Mutiny?
This can't be happening right now.
It's over. We have new Unity Tag Team Champions, all thanks to the shocking turn of one CM Punk.
And now CM Punk is directing Mutiny to attack the former champions. Punk was friends with these two. They trusted him. This is sick.
Honestly, with Punk's track record, we should have seen this coming.
We thought he was one of the leaders of WWE. I don't get it.
You're not the only one.
We're going to be witnessing the beginning of the end for WWE as we know it. I hate to agree, Corey, but with CM Punk on their side, Mutiny now has all the momentum leading into the most important Survivor Series ever. We are headed for dark times.
I've never been one to run from controversy. In fact, some people think wherever I go, I'm the source of it. So let's talk about why I'm here and how it happened. Buckle up. This story begins before I ever returned to WWE. Raw was in Chicago and my old friend Bailey invited me to stop by. Before I was asked to leave, Bailey and I reminisced about her time in NXT, which gave me an idea. If I was going to sign another WWE contract, sure, I wanted to main event WrestleMania, but that wasn't enough. I wanted to create real, permanent change, a legacy. After I signed, I went to the PC and met the men and women there. They had all the talent in the world, but once they left NXT, they were at the mercy of the corporate overlords who didn't give a damn about their stories, their abilities, or what they had done to get to that point. Year after year, NXT would build stars only to have them stolen by the so-called main roster and then tossed aside. If NXT management wasn't going to do anything about it, I was. NXT was the voiceless who needed my voice. With Bailey on board, we recruited Kevin Owens and the NXT roster and we started a movement. Powerful and permanent change. A legacy. And now with Triple H and the board's blessing, thanks, Paul! We not only have a seat at the table, but the chance to smash that table to pieces. It wasn't easy getting to this point. Friendships broken. Lies were told. Sacrifices had to be made. The night of the big invasion, I had to listen to the start of my own revolution as I lay on the concrete floor pretending to be a victim. All I could do was smile on the inside, knowing that my mutiny had begun. As that mutiny unfolded, I even had most of the locker room and the WWE Universe thinking Triple H was on our side. Crazy, right? Or is it? Unfortunately, for the plan to work, I couldn't be upfront with certain individuals. Namely, the now former Unity champions. When you were busy looking like an idiot making booby traps to stop mutiny invasions, who do you think started the rumors that it was causing dissension in the mutiny locker room? Yeah, that was me. I managed to delay the entire SmackDown roster from getting to the building on time, leaving you to fight all alone. And you thought it was magic? Don't be ridiculous. You two used to train together, right? Maybe just quit WWE now and go open up a gym. Early retirement. This is your chance to get out before someone gets hurt. Maybe someday you'll understand why I did what I did. But for now, just know that it was for the greater good. When Mutiny reaches its endgame, I will leave WWE not only better, but entirely different than it was when I arrived. And that's a change that was long overdue. So anyone else out there who's on the fence, I implore you to do what's right and get on board the NXT Mutiny Revolution now. Because after Survivor Series, you do not want to be on the wrong side of history.
I wanted to get the four of us together after everything that happened with Punk. How are you two holding up?
Not great. Definitely didn't see that one coming.
No one did. Punk had us all doubting Triple H. Turns out he was just trying to divert attention away from himself the entire time.
This feels like that winter when we both got hurt doing that insane drill.
Oh yeah. You messed up your knee and I broke my arm. We were the walking wounded for a while there.
Yeah, at first we were helpless and ready to sit out until we healed up. But after a week or so, we started to figure out how to help each other compensate for what we were missing.
So you figured out how to get by?
You can use that experience. You don't need Punk. You never did. You have each other.
I guess you're right. But even though we have each other, we still need help if we're going to defeat Mutiny at Survivor Series.
I know you couldn't trust anyone in the locker room before, but now you don't really have a choice. And besides, in the time since Mutiny formed, certain individuals have proven their loyalty to our side. We should start there.
Keep in mind, these superstars will compete for us in the best-of-3 series. Everything is at stake, including our livelihoods and the future of WWE. So choose carefully.
Which brand do you want to go recruit first?
I'll start on Raw, talking to superstars from the men's division.
Okay. You have our full support.
Hey, Yus. How you holding up after Punk's backstab?
Just laying low. At least I'm free from those straight-edge vegan sermons, right? But man, it's chaos out there.
Chaos? Bro, it's a straight-up betrayal. And I'm not even talking about Punk. Everyone around here is just kicking back, watching Mutiny rip through this place. Like, where's the loyalty?
I hear that. Maybe you and I should host an anti-mutiny recruitment mixer. You bring the snacks and drinks, and I'll work on a killer slideshow presentation. Could get some of the heavy hitters to act.
You talking about someone like Roman? He always thinks these squabbles are beneath him, but it's not as bad as Triple H and the higher-ups giving Mutiny a free pass. Now that's messed up.
Well, if anyone might have a certain high-ranking member of the board on speed dial, it'd be you.
Try. Man, Barack's caught up in that Hollywood glam. Can't see past the box office. He's been wearing a suit too long. We see Mutiny's tearing down WWE, and he sees ratings and dollar signs.
He really should get his eyes checked. Maybe all those paparazzi flashes have caused permanent damage. I guess it's up to us to open everybody's eyes and put on a show they can't ignore.
Yeet. Look, Goose, if you want me, I'm all in for being a part of Team WWE at Survivor Series. I'll do whatever it takes to stop Mutiny in their tracks.
We need all the help we can get. I'm thinking we can get you and Jimmy on board. Have you been in touch with him lately?
It's just, with Jimmy, man, it's complicated. We ain't been right for a minute. You sure you need me to do that?
Families are complicated. Let me think about it and weigh my options. I'll get back to you if it's the right move.
Yeet.
Hey, we haven't had the chance to talk since everything happened with Punk. What a shame. If only Becky and I had won those Unity titles from you.
What difference would that have made?
Punk would have been too scared of us to make that kind of move, and WWE would be in a much better position right now.
Punk made that move because he was scared of me and my partner. You know, the team that beat you and your better half.
Okay, look, we're on the same side here. And we're playing checkers while Punk is playing chess. Not to mention rewriting history. He just proclaimed Big E as the first NXT champion, inspiration to current champ Trick Williams and the real architect of NXT.
Wait, Big E's with Mutiny now?
No, Punk's just using his name to rile me up. First NXT champion? That's me. And architect of NXT? Punk is slapping my legacy in the face.
Punk's just wrong. I mean, the only thing I could see Big E being the architect of is a stack of pancakes. But was it the insult to WWE or just the bruised ego that got you triggered?
Why can't it be both? I'll tell you what, I'm heading to NXT to put on a show and remind everyone who laid the first brick. We need that kind of fire and history in our corner at Survivor Series. I've got the plan and the passion. Let me bring that fight to the best of 3 series.
You want in on Survivor Series? How do I know you'll still be committed after you've gone and made your point at NXT?
Because I had an issue with Punk long before all this. I won't get tired of fighting him anytime soon. And I might be fighting my battles, but I'll also be winning us the war. So what do you say?
I hear you, Seth, but I need to weigh all our options. I'll get back to you.
Don't take too long. Every day that passes is another day Punk has the upper hand. We need to strike fast. I refuse to sit on the sidelines when my legacy's at stake.
Understood.
You make the rounds and talk to everyone who wants a piece of Mutiny at Survivor Series yet?
That's a lot of people. I wanted to hear from you one more time before my partner and I make the call.
Here's my case then. Quit sitting on the fence and put me in your damn team. Nobody else is gonna make childish misfit Punk madder than I am.
You know what, Drew? You're right. We need Punk off balance, and nobody's gonna knock him off his perch like you. You're on the team.
Great! Then grab yourself some popcorn and a seat at the backstage monitor, because I'm gonna go out there and prove that MMA is just one more thing that I do better than cowardly moron Punk.
The following contest is an underground match. The only way to win is by knockout or submission. Introducing first, from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. And from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in at 260 pounds, Adrian Buck.
Drew McIntyre gets the win.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre just sent a message straight to CM Punk. And that message is, anything you can do, I can do better. Your move, Punk.
Drew McIntyre, my old buddy. You crawled out from under your troll bridge to try to call me out again. We've been going back and forth for so long, I can barely remember what got your skivvies in a bunch to begin with. It doesn't really matter though, does it? Because every time you step to CM Punk, you end up red-faced and humiliated. But now I hear you want to be one of WWE's chosen ones at Survivor Series to take on Mutiny. We've all seen how you excel as a chosen one. There can be only one, and you ain't it, Drew. You want CM Punk so bad? Well, you're gonna get your wish when CM Punk shows up at Raw next week, looks you in your creepy eyes in the middle of that ring and slaps that dumb beard off your doofus face. Again.
Do you see Punk's rant? You've definitely got him riled up.
That was the plan.
It's good to have him off his game. But when Punk says he's showing up here to confront you tonight, I would assume there's going to be some kind of mutiny trap.
That's the safest bet you're ever gonna make. Here's the thing. If he springs a trap on me, he'll probably pop his shoulder out of his socket, so I'm not terribly worried.
Punk may be made out of fine china, but Mutiny has plenty of badasses on their roster, and they could come from anywhere. So I'm still gonna watch your back.
Good man. You watch for Mutiny backstage, I'll meet Punk in the ring. This goes right, that little creep isn't gonna make it to Survivor Series.
That's not CM Punk, it's Kevin Owens.
And his opponent, from Rivalry Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin Owens.
You can feel the fury coming off of Drew McIntyre right now in waves, staring at this CM Punk imposter, Kevin Owens.
Punk might be having a laugh sitting at home right now, but KO is about to pay the price.
Drew is setting him up for the Claymore. That'll take his head.
What the hell?
That's Lexus King. Oh, we've got another CM Punk out here.
Gigi Dolan out of nowhere with a high knee. And here comes KO to direct traffic.
This pack of punks are taking Drew McIntyre apart. I don't like the looks of this. Go to sleep.
Clearly, they're sending a message from CM Punk.
Come on, get in here. Is that all you got?
Insult meet injury. GG Punk's got Drew McIntyre in the Anaconda Vice.
We need some help out here. Is anyone in the locker room going to stop this mutiny assault?
This is a major setback in the war against Mutiny.
And Punk didn't even need to show up.
Drew McIntyre called out CM Punk, and now he's been beaten up by a whole army of them.
Where in the hell were you? You were supposed to be watching my back.
I would've if the army of punks hadn't jumped me before they came out to get you. Great security, Pierce.
I'm not taking the fall for this one. You and McIntyre lit the fuse by antagonizing Punk and Mutiny.
Antagonized Mutiny? You daft? Punk's bunch of brainless mannequins have been attacking WWE since the night of the draft. We didn't start any of this.
Guys, we can aim at each other in a circular firing squad or turn our ammunition on Mutiny.
No, you're right. But so far, we've gotten the appetizers and not the meal. How can we get the real CM Punk in the ring?
Trust me. I'll get Punk in that ring. You just give me a live microphone next week.
Deal.
When all of Punk's mini-me's show up, and they will show up.
This time, I'll be ready for him.
Drew McIntyre is in a familiar position here.
I have a feeling Drew is about to drop a pipe bomb of his own.
You know, they say time is a flat circle. And that sure is the case with Can't Mend Punk. Here's how it always goes. Punk shows up to great fanfare. He gathers an entourage of weak, sad, desperate people who buy enough of his knockoff cult leader garbage to follow him off a cliff. Then he has a tantrum, and he goes home, leaving everyone who trusted him broken in a ravine at the bottom of that cliff. Just look at the splintered locker rooms this vile cancer leaves in his wake, and you'll see.
Here we go. If it's the real Punk this time.
It's him. CM Punk is here.
This is what Drew wanted.
I want to talk right down to earth in a language that even Drew McIntyre can easily understand. Here it is, Drew. You need some new material. You've been the same whining crybaby since the machine anointed you the chosen one, and everybody laughed you out of the territory. I don't blame you if you don't remember that, but look it up. There's plenty of video online.
Hey, we're done talking. Now why don't you bring your brittle bones down here and we'll settle this the old-fashioned way.
Nah, not tonight. See, that's your problem. You're old-fashioned, and this is a whole new world. This will get settled. but not by me. Come on out, boys.
Yeah, about your mates. They've been delayed.
Is that Drew's sword? It looks like it's trapped whoever Punk brought here from Mutiny. And not as confident now, are you, Punk?
He's getting the hell out of here.
No, he isn't.
And they've got Punk cornered.
Wait, there's KO.
McIntyre just leveled Kevin Owens.
Owens' distraction worked.
For Punk, maybe.
And the official calls it clearly they cannot fight any longer.
Kevin Owens was just made a sacrifice to CM Punk's ego with Punk's own move.
When KO wakes up after being locked in that Anaconda device, he should ask himself some serious questions about who he's chosen to follow.
This close. We were this close to taking Punk off the board.
He might have slipped away, but we did take out KO at least.
I bet he has some serious questions about Punk's leadership right now. Your plan worked, Drew. Just not exactly the way you intended.
Not a total loss, then.
It's a win. Every bit of dissension inside Mutiny can help us win at Survivor Series.
Seriously, we couldn't have picked a better man to join our team.
Should we all hold hands and sing Kumbaya then? Or get to figuring out how we end Punk and Mutiny once and for all?
You're right. Let's focus on the battle at hand. We can have a big karaoke party after Mutiny is defeated.
We're all agreed. Victory, then karaoke. So what's our next move?
I'm going to SmackDown to see who wants to join the party.
I don't know how you could possibly find another partner as good as me, but time's a wasting.
Hey, hope you're doing okay. That go to sleep from Punk must have been a real wake-up call. Although, if I'm being honest, it's hard to believe you didn't see it coming.
And you did?
Well, we all know of his reputation. I would have had my head on a swivel.
Oh, thanks for the heads up.
It was just a hunch. I wasn't close enough to have all the pieces.
Huh, must be nice to be able to watch everything from a safe distance.
No one's at a safe distance now. Punk and Mutiny are a threat to every single one of us. We need to work together. I want in on your plan for Survivor Series. Assuming you actually have a plan.
Yeah, I've got a plan. Well, not a full plan. I mean, I've got a plan. Maybe at least a plur. If you could provide the nah, that'd be great. So, got any nahs?
I know I'm going to regret this, but we need an actual plan. Like the full word. They've pulled too many of our people over. But I know somebody we should pull back. We could increase our numbers and destabilize theirs. It's a win-win.
Pulling someone back could send a strong message. And this time it's Mutiny and CM Punk who won't see it coming. So, who'd you have in mind?
Tiffany Stratton. She has the potential to be one of the best in the business. Luckily for us, Mutiny doesn't know what they've got. Even luckier, I might just be the person to get through to her. That is, if I'm a part of WWE's plans for Survivor Series.
I'll give you an answer soon. I have to think about the best mix for the team, and it's not just you asking, Charlotte.
You weren't quick enough to counter Punk's little surprise, so figure it out, quickly.
Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. Aldous told me that you and your partner are low-key recruiting for our Survivor Series team?
Yes, and I am pleased to know you're interested.
Excuse me?
I jumped the gun because I'm hoping you'll ask to be on the team. We still have to finalize who we're going with, but you'd be a huge get for our side.
Funny. CM Punk pretty much said the same exact thing.
What do you mean?
When he DM'd me after stabbing you and your partner in the back, and even before all that, Mutiny has been begging me to join them since the beginning.
Pathetic.
I know, right? Punk thinks we have some type of bond, but I came here for that WWE shine, not some grungy revolution.
If Punk wants you on Mutiny's team so bad, maybe you should take him up on a recruiting visit. Go down there, get the lay of the land.
And wreck their whole shop, leaving them with some colorful bruises going into Survivor Series. Is that what you had in mind?
Pretty much.
So what do you think? Should I book a trip down to Orlando? Just say the word, and I'm in.
Let me sleep on this. I know you're a sure thing, but this is a huge decision.
I hear you, but sleep too long and you'll never wake up from this mutiny nightmare.
Hey there. I was gonna give you a hard time about losing the Unity belt, but I don't have the heart. A betrayal like that had to suck.
Thanks, Becky. It's mostly just my pride that aches at this point, which is why I am going to take all of Punk's away at Survivor Series.
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. Nick Aldis told me you and your partner were in charge of recruiting Team WWE. I want in.
Oh, wow. Becky, you are literally a legend, so I don't want you to take this the wrong way.
But there's a mountain of responsibility on your shoulders, and you want to make sure you're making the right call, because if you screw this up, it's pretty much the end of WWE as we know it.
Sounds overwhelming when you put it that way.
Well then, how would you like to walk into Survivor Series knowing you're facing a mutiny that's already broken?
I would like that very much. Tell me more.
Before Punk stuck a knife in your backs in a way he never could have if Seth and I had been the Unity champions.
You're a real peach.
The whole world thought Bailey was the puppet mistress pulling the strings of this mutiny rebellion. And as you may have heard, she and I have a bit of a history.
A bit? You were part of the NXT 4 Horsewomen together. You and Bailey don't just have history, you have mythology.
Exactly. Nobody knows Bailey as well as I do. And I'm sure that going from revolutionary leader to CM Punk's second fiddle has got to be driving her mad.
And you want to use that to drive a wedge.
Not only drive a wedge, I can drive Bailey all the way back to WWE.
That happens, Mutiny doesn't walk into Survivor Series. They hobble.
Exactly. I know just how to get under Bailey's skin, too. My next match, she's gonna see me do all her moves better than she does. So you give me the green light, and I'll go to work.
If you can split Mutiny's core and bring Bailey back home to WWE, you're not just on our Survivor Series team. You're the linchpin.
Linchpin. I'm the punter around these parts. That's gimmick infringement.
If you're gonna steal, steal from the best.
Flattery will get you everywhere. All right, let's see if I can get my old pal's attention.
Waistlock. The toughness, the tenacity, the fire. Becky Lynch just doing what she... Kick connects, hooking it up. Rose plant. Is it the finishing touch Lynch needs?
Cover, cover, cover!
And a victory here tonight! Here is your winner,
Becky Lynch just defeated Nia Jax with a Bailey-to-belly suplex. It was actually a Becky-to-belly.
That wasn't just a suplex, that was a statement directly to her former close friend Bailey. Forget about your big mutiny plans and look at me.
Thanks for meeting me up here.
No problem, but isn't this just a little bit paranoid?
People have been jumping from WWE to Mutiny since the night they invaded. Bailey probably has a set of eyes or ears hanging around here somewhere.
Well, word definitely got back to her about you doing her moves. Did you see her social media rant?
It was hard to miss. I'm already so far under her skin, she's gonna scratch herself raw.
Right? I've never seen a person use so many words to insist they don't care about something.
That'd be the lady protesting too much. One more nudge, I think I'll be able to open Bailey's eyes to how Punk's really using her.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm Irish, darling. I'm just gonna use my words.
Welcome to the return of Ding Dong. Hello! I'm your host, Bailey. And I'm wearing some brand new fancy slacks for the occasion. This week, we have the biggest guest I have ever seen walk through that door. She's an icon, a legend, the former leader of Mutiny, me!
You know, I had this really funny bit about Bailey walking through that door and doing a big pratfall like some cheesy sitcom. But honestly, it's just making me sad. See, I miss Bailey. The real Bailey. My Bailey. I'm doing all this to try and remind her who she really is. Do you remember Bailey? Do you? You're a force of nature. You built Damage Control from nothing into one of the most dominant factions in WWE and kept them there for 2 years. You're a leader. If it had really been you in charge of Mutiny, I might not like it, but at least I'd respect the game. But this, following a cult leader like Punk off a cliff, that's not you. That can't be you. If you rang the doorbell and walked through that door, all I'd ask is what the hell happened to my friend. So instead, later tonight, I'm gonna go out there, and when the bell rings, I hope you're standing across from me. It's time we mend our fences.
Becky Lynch invited Bailey to the ring, and it seems Bailey accepted.
I didn't think she would actually show. Look out!
Kairi Sane from behind.
This was a setup.
Becky was distracted. Now Kairi's laying in the punches.
The referee's finally getting some control.
It's about damn time.
No, Kairi's going back. Get up, Becky. Becky Lynch rolls through, and she's...
And that will do it. Not getting up from that one, so it's called.
Becky Lynch just fended off Kairi Sane's attack and sent her back to Mutiny with a lot of explaining to do. Well, it might have been Kairi's hands, but that was Bailey's attack.
Until these two former allies get their hands on each other, this war isn't going to stop.
Becky, Becky, Becky. You know, it took me a couple of weeks to figure out why you were so determined to get my attention. Now I see. It's the same thing it's always been with you, Rebecca. Green-eyed envy. You're right. I did build Damage Control from the ground up, and then they fell apart without me. Just like the horsewomen fell apart without me. It must drive you crazy that everything I touch turns to gold, while every professional relationship you've ever had falls to dust. You believe you can cause tension between Punk and me because you think we work by the same code as the WWE locker room. Every person for themselves. You're wrong. Mutiny is different. We're breaking the old hierarchies. You are the one who sold your soul for success, Becky. You call yourself the man when you've been dancing a jig to WWE's tune since the beginning. Your book tour, your morning show interviews, your fans, all gifts from the machine for being a good little girl. You would throw any friend under the bus to get ahead. Unlike Kairi Sane, who joined Mutiny out of loyalty to our friendship. Loyalty, which you never had. I don't know what you're after, Becky, but I know there's one way to settle it. In the ring. But I'm not the fool you think I am. You're not going to sucker me into a SmackDown trap. Come home to the place that made you, Becky. Come face me at NXT and I'll show you what you really are. A puppet. You're not the only one who can play mind games. Stay tuned.
Are you sure about this, Becky? Seems risky.
Come on. Last time I checked, we're wrestlers. The only way to pull Bailey out of whatever poison daydream Punk sold her on is to face her in the ring.
Which is a great strategy as long as you actually make it to the ring. She's got a whole army down there at NXT. I'm pretty sure you're walking into a trap.
You don't know her. Her ego will drive her to try to beat me one-on-one.
Say you're right. Is CM Punk going to be that honorable? Just let me go down there with you. Somebody needs to get your back.
Given the rumor that you put a hex on an entire arena to lock yourself up with half of Mutiny's roster and survive to tell the tale, I feel like your arrival might cause more trouble than it solves.
I mean, it didn't go exactly as planned, but it was pretty good for a first attempt.
Look, I appreciate the offer, and I'm happy as hell someone brave enough to walk into the belly of the beast is leading our team into Survivor Series. But no.
Becky, to win the best of 3 series and save this company, we need you to make it to Survivor Series. If Mutiny decides to jump you while you're in their house...
I'm not scared of being attacked. I'm scared I've lost my friend forever. I need to do this alone.
The Bailey buddies are back, but that's Becky Lynch.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, the Becky Lynch!
There's only one reason Becky's cosplaying with Bayley's old entrance, and that's to get Bayley so angry she makes a mistake. Or several. Maybe so, Corey, but it could also be a way to remind Bayley of who she used to be.
Mind games aside, now it's time to see who's ready to fight. Wait a minute, that's Bayley dressed like Becky the night she debuted.
From San Jose, California,
I don't like mutiny, but I have to admit Bayley might be a better dancer than Becky was. I don't know about that, but you have to think this is going to get under Becky's skin.
Bayley stole Becky's entrance, and now CM Punk's top lieutenant is looking to steal a victory.
She gets taken into the corner, needs to get out.
Sending her up on the top rope. Corey, I sure hope Becky knows what she's doing up there.
We're about to find out.
Avalanche! Manhandle slam! Does that finish Bayley on?
2! Becky Lynch walked into Mutiny's home base and defeated their second in command.
Is tonight the end of this rivalry or a new beginning?
Come on! Come on, Bayley, shake my hand. Come on! This isn't who you are. Please,
She's
Bayley.
going to do it!
Bayley's coming home.
Never! Never!
Damage control? What the heck?
I knew it. I knew Bayley was too far gone.
I never thought I would see those women standing together as a unit again.
You see, Becky? This is what the horsewomen never had. Loyalty. How many times have we all stabbed each other in the back? Again and again and again and again until 4 became 3. You were right about one thing. Mending fences. And so I did. With my real sisters. You might have beaten me in a match, but you lost tonight. Because damage control is mutiny.
Damage control is mutiny, which means WWE is in serious trouble.
I don't think Becky Lynch is worried about mutiny or WWE right now, Byron.
She's thinking about the friend she just lost forever.
We worked as hard as we could to peel Bayley away from mutiny, but it really feels like we took a loss on this one.
I can see your point.
Come on. I know it doesn't feel great right now, but you did make a dent in their armor, Becky.
You beat Bayley on Mutiny's home turf. If that doesn't create some internal strife, I don't know what will.
I suppose so, but beating Bayley was never the point. I thought I could help her find her way back. There was this moment after the match when I thought I saw the old Bayley, but even that was just a mask while she waited for damage control.
I'm sorry. I feel like I pushed you into this, and now mutiny is stronger than ever.
First, that's crap. This was my own idea. You didn't push a thing. Second, this might not have been a total win for us, but it wasn't one for Bayley either.
What do you mean? Mutiny is damage control now.
Most of damage control, but not all. I had a talk with Dakota Kai. Turns out we both have versions of Bayley we miss. Dakota's on our side.
We have a mole inside mutiny? This is amazing. It could change everything.
It could. The only question is, what do we do now to prepare for Survivor Series?
You both hit mutiny right where it hurts. We need to press our advantage.
What are you thinking?
The Unity titles. When we won them, it pushed Punk and Mutiny into the spotlight. If you two win them, it gives us all the momentum going into Survivor Series.
I'm in.
Me too. But there's no fun in letting Punk know we're all working together, right?
No. I think we're better off if he didn't see it coming.
And he won't. Let's go get those titles.
Have you two come for a friendly chat, or is this some sort of an ambush?
With everything going on, you think we've got time for either? We want a shot at the Unity titles.
You two? Interesting. Not the combination I would have expected. How about I schedule a warm-up match, just to see how this all works?
No warm-ups. With CM Punk gaining power, we just can't stand by. I hate the thought of him at the top. We're here to strip him of control, and we'll start by taking those titles before Survivor Series.
Fair enough. I should warn you, though, Punk is not eager to hand out Unity title shots, especially to a team from WWE.
We figured. What's it gonna take?
The word is that the only way for a team from our side to earn a shot at the Unity Championships is in a 4-way tornado tag match at NXT Mutiny. If you want those titles before Survivor Series, you'll have to run through their best teams.
Typical Punk trying to wear us down. Seems he forgot us Scots are made of sterner stuff. We'll be ready for anything he throws our way.
Okay. If you want me to make arrangements, I will. But you'll be walking into the lion's den.
Sounds like a place for us to make a proper statement.
Set it up.
That might be the beginning of the end. Manhandle slam! Is it the finishing touch Lynch needs? 2!
That'll be a win! What a hard-fought victory!
Here are your winners, the team of Becky Lynch and Drew McIntyre.
These two just defy the odds and earn themselves a shot at the Unity titles.
They defied the odds and CM Punk's plans, Cole. He was hoping to wear these two down. Now he's got to put those Unity titles on the line.
Did you see those social media posts? They're trying to sound tough, but we've got them rattled.
That's exactly why I'm concerned.
You think Punk's planning something? And he probably is. But I've been beating odds since I laced on my boots. He's just another chapter in my story.
Punk's got his games, but they're nothing new. Tonight, it's about stripping that power away.
Don't start doubting us now.
Never. I've seen what you both can do. As soon as you said you were willing to fight alongside my partner and I, there was no other choice. But we've all been on the receiving end of Punk's deception before. And I've got a bad feeling about this.
You think there was something more to them saying they were going to make SmackDown a mutiny arena?
Maybe, but they also don't know we're working together. You'll have your hands full with Bayley and Lexis King. We'll patrol the arena and shut down any mutiny interference.
Good. Keep the place clean so we can mop up the ring with them.
It looks like the rumors are true. Mutiny is planning an attack.
But they didn't plan for this. Human bodies wasn't an option on my policy.
That was brutal, but it looks like this brawl's over now.
Now, can we get some help back there, please?
The following is a intergender tag team match and is for the NXT Unity Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the team of Drew McIntyre and Becky Lynch, and their opponents, the team of Lexis King and Bayley.
There you see what's at stake. The NXT Unity Tag Team titles.
Tony D'Angelo? After what happened backstage, I don't think he's making it out here.
Well, Punk expected reinforcements, but the Unity champions are on their own tonight.
She whips Bayley into the corner.
And a massive clothesline. Bayley is down. We've seen this before.
A massive whirlwind splash.
And King can't do anything about it.
This will do it.
Chad Patton has stopped counting.
Maybe he forgot what number comes next.
Looks like they're going to remind him.
Wait, Bailey with the roll-up. It's over.
Chad Patton knew how to count that time.
That was a fast count. What the heck is going on here?
Chad Patton is running away with Mutiny before anyone else can argue.
This is a new low. Mutiny has infiltrated the referees.
Are we really surprised at this point when it comes to what Mutiny will do?
Hold on, it looks like Lexus King got left behind.
Yeah, and he's just realizing that right now.
Doesn't look like Lexus King's going anywhere.
Are these 4 superstars our team for Survivor Series? We may have lost this one, but now Lexus King is going to pay. And the other members of Mutiny are letting it happen.
No honor among thieves.
This could be a preview of Survivor Series.
This doesn't look good for King.
No, it does not.
And down onto the ringside floor.
What a chaotic SmackDown.
A longtime WWE official has joined Mutiny. But Team WWE answered with 4 unstoppable superstars. Survivor Series can't come soon enough.
A crooked referee? Just when we thought Punk couldn't stoop any lower.
I know. It's lucky for us Survivor Series isn't a limbo contest. At least we laid out Lexus.
Laid out Lexus. Try saying that 5 times fast. And now Punk's stepping in. So, a perfect pair pins a Punk when a Punk pounces into play.
Precisely. And since Punk's the one we want to pummel, let's have the GMs make the match no DQ.
I like that.
Well, we've got 1 episode of SmackDown before Survivor Series. Let's go out to the ring and deliver a message to Mutiny that they can't ignore.
And even though the entire team will be out there, let's make sure Punk knows the message is coming from the 2 of us.
Then we should lean into our personalities, use what we do best.
Nothing annoys a tough guy more than having a laugh at his expense. I think it's time for some classic cosplay.
Dressing up as Lexus King was fun. Doing it as Punk will be even better. And as good as your JC Jane was, you'd make an excellent Bailey.
Agreed. Let's gather the troops and the sewing machines.
Hold on. That's not Mutiny making their way to the ring, but it sure looks like it. Someone has definitely been studying their opponents.
Look out. I think CM Punk just got hurt. You'd think we were transported to NXT.
Look at KO. He looks really focused and ready to go.
The swagger, the intensity, it's spot on.
And Io Sky looks like she's had a few too many.
They say laughter is the best medicine, and this might just be the prescription WWE needed tonight.
Mutiny are going to need prescriptions after these 4 are done with them at Survivor Series.
You have to believe Mutiny is paying close attention right now.
I assume everyone's laser focused as we head into Survivor Series. Let's hear what Team WWE has to say.
Your savior is here. I am CM Punk, and I have come to rescue WWE and revolutionize this entire sport so that I can benefit.
And me too, right?
We'll see, Bailey.
You're the boss. Watching you orchestrate all these double crosses is so reassuring for your second in command.
That's the kind of loyalty that keeps us on top.
I thought it was all the cheating.
CM Punk has heard enough.
I guess imitation is the highest form of flattery. Or maybe this is all just hero worship. But while you're busy out there clowning around, Mutiny is continuing our takeover. And after Survivor Series, our dominance will be undeniable.
Which one is the real Punk? What Midwestern city are you from? Only the real CM Punk would know that. It's not like he constantly talks about it and has made it the cornerstone of his oh-so-authentic, down-to-earth, blue-collar personality.
Bailey, ding dong, hello. It's the Windy City. which is perfect because I'm full of hot air.
You're so intent on entertaining everyone, aren't you? Well, if it's a show you want, I'm more than happy to oblige. Because as it turns out, you're not the only ones at SmackDown tonight wearing Mutiny colors. And trust me, the others are not playing dress up.
The real mutiny is here. Survivor Series can wait, but apparently we can. Looks like we're about to have a 4-on-4 match right here on SmackDown after this break.
Here are your winners. The Beast, Brock Leonardo, Sarah Fitz, Drew McIntyre, and Becky Lynch.
Team WWE is already running on all cylinders. What a win against Mutiny here tonight.
They certainly look ready for Survivor Series. And as for Mutiny, well, CM Punk has got to be wondering if sending these four in was a good idea.
Here we are. The future of WWE rests entirely on our shoulders.
No pressure, though.
After we expose Mutiny for the clowns they are, I'm pretty sure they're walking in a Survivor Series with their eyes way off the prize. We got them.
Now, we just have to keep them off balance.
You have something in mind?
We need to keep the pressure on. You know they're going to use every trick in the book, so we got to beat them to the punch.
The time for talk is over. Let's get out there and start the series with a win.
Better yet, let's make it 2 wins. I don't think we're ever going to get to that third and final Unity title match, no matter what Mutiny tries to pull.
Speaking of their shenanigans, I've heard from Dakota Kai. Damage Control definitely has something in the works for the EO match, but she's not sure what.
I'll watch your 6. We can't trust anyone.
So long as we have this kind of faith in each other, I know I'm going to walk out of Survivor Series on the winning side.
Setting EO up for a suplex here.
Shades of Eddie Guerrero.
Hold on. EO's got backup.
But Team WWE was ready.
Wait a second.
Asuka with the poison mist.
Where did she come from?
EO with a moonsault from out of nowhere.
The genius of the sky had a genius plan.
And that'll do it.
Mutiny has drawn first blood here at Survivor Series, and WWE is on its heels, down 1-0.
You have to wonder if we're even going to see a Unity title match tonight in that third and final contest. Kevin Owens could make this a series sweep of Team WWE.
This night could go from bad to worse.
How's she doing after that missed attack from Asuka?
They're flushing her eyes out in the training room. To be honest, I think she's more angry than she is hurt, but now we're playing from behind.
It's our own damn fault. How didn't we see Asuka coming?
Overconfidence. We were looking one way and they slipped the knife right in our backs. But we're gonna be ready for them this time.
They've used crooked refs, blindside attacks, and chances are that's gonna be the theme of the night. How do we hold them off?
You two head to Gorilla and make sure we don't see a repeat of Kyrie and Bailey's interference.
What are you going to do?
Collect our mad-as-hell partner from the trainer's room. We'll try to stop Mutiny from coming through the crowd.
That sounds like a plan.
When we were training together, you ever imagine we'd be the last line of defense protecting the future of WWE?
As a matter of fact, yeah. Tonight is what I've been imagining for a very long time.
Let's go tie this thing up.
McIntyre looking to end this. Boom! Claymore kick. Will Drew finish things now?
2. There it is. Drew McIntyre picks up the victory.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
We're back in it, Corey. What a clutch win for Team WWE.
An impressive win over KO, and the series is now tied 1-1. It all comes down to our main event now.
We're right back in this thing.
Kevin Owens got taken apart out there.
It helped that it was finally a fair fight. Did you have to stop Mutiny from interfering?
Nope. I was in Gorilla the whole time and they never showed. You?
Your partner and I split up to cover the crowd and nobody came my way. Maybe they shot their shot with Asuka and Damage Control.
It's possible. But I'd bet Punk and Bailey have another trick or two up their sleeves.
That's what we're expecting. My partner and I have been through just about everything together. We've seen it all. And we're ready for whatever they throw at us.
Where is your partner?
I don't know. You haven't seen her since the last match?
No. Maybe that's why Mutiny never interfered. They were busy attacking her.
I'm going to find her.
You don't have time. You have to get to Gorilla for your match. This is our last chance to stop Mutiny.
We'll find her. You just go out there and win this thing.
There you see what's at stake. The NXT Unity Tag Team titles. Their feet here. This is it. The Civil War is over.
No! Bailey is not ready to give up on the rebellion.
And the referee's helpless since it's no disqualification.
Is that who I think it is?
We thought Mutiny had taken out half of our team.
They may have taken a shot, but this leader of Team WWE isn't going down that easily.
Bailey and Punk don't look so confident all of a sudden.
What they look is scared, Saxton. They see Mutiny crumbling before their very eyes.
Team WWE has Mutiny on the ropes.
Oh my God.
What? What? What is happening?
I'll tell you what's happening. We're seeing yet another defection.
At the worst possible time. With everything these two have been through, I never thought I'd see this.
This is a shocking betrayal. It's a choice that can't be taken back.
These two have so much history.
That's what Punk excels at, Saxton. Divisiveness.
You should have seen this coming!
You hear that? You should have seen this coming.
Maybe we all should have.
Come on, you made your point.
It's what Mutiny's done for months, beating WWE in the most humiliating way possible.
Go to sleep!
This is tough to watch. No, don't count it. Come on.
The referee doesn't have a choice.
It's over.
Mutiny has prevailed, and WWE will never be the same. Is it even WWE anymore?
I never thought I'd see this day come.
Is there anyone who somehow can reclaim the legacy of this company?
I think it might be too late.
There's nothing left to say here. This is disgusting.
What I did tonight in the ring, taking a stand for myself, that felt good. It's been a while since I've had a chance to drop dead weight, since I stopped training with a former partner, in fact. Though, I'm glad we stayed close. If we hadn't, you would have never reached out, expecting me to drop everything, leave MMA, and jump in to rescue you. When I agreed to help, I may have bent the truth a little and said I was ride or die. I was also looking for the right opportunity. I was looking for an opportunity to finally put myself front and center, not just be a sidekick to someone who always puts themselves first. That's what CM Punk gave me. The chance to eliminate the world of fabricated first draft picks, self-obsessed brass ring grabbers, and anyone too stubborn to see the light of change coming to this industry. So to my former training partner, let me be clear. If I had known what was ahead of me all those years ago, I would have actually quit that day and found someone else to train with. Because it wasn't the grueling workouts or injuries that made it hard. It was you. But now that I see clearly, I'm with people who actually care about me and my future. I'm the one standing tall, not letting you make decisions for me anymore. And you? You lost. Everything.
Thanks for making the time to come in today.
Thanks for making the time. I've been trying to get time with you or anyone in WWE management ever since Survivor Series when Mutiny won and I got pushed out.
To say things have been complicated would be an understatement. I'm sure you've been following on social media.
It's hard to avert your eyes from a dumpster fire.
Good. Then you know Mutiny's taken over Raw and SmackDown and put their people in charge of everything.
Ah, there it is.
What?
You've lost control. You called an uprising best for business because you thought you could control them, and now they're in charge. Becky Lynch, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, they were all convinced you were secretly running Mutiny. I know it turns out you weren't, but you could not have done a better job helping them if you were.
Listen, this isn't about me. This is about the future of this company. Mutiny has put everything at risk. We're supposed to be on the road to WrestleMania, and they've decided to cancel the Royal Rumble. Why bother when CM Punk has probably already decided he's main eventing? Mutiny is dismantling everything, and they're showing no signs of stopping.
I think you're forgetting that I don't go here anymore. As much as I want to stop Mutiny and get my revenge, unless you have a new WWE contract for me, seems like your mess to solve.
I can't give you a new WWE contract.
Then why am I here?
Mutiny has my hands tied. And as much as the board would love to see you teach Punk and your former partner a lesson, you'd need an army to take them on. With the kind of chokehold they have on the company right now, it would be damn near impossible for you to get anyone on the current roster to help you.
Great. So we're just here to talk about how you've given up?
Oh, I haven't given up. And I don't think you have either. Like I said, I don't think anyone on the current roster can help you.
Ah, there's the old cerebral assassin.
Yeah, he's still in there when I need him. But you need to use what got you here. Others may see your fun-loving exterior and underestimate you. You can use that to your advantage. It's your call who to recruit to your army.
Interesting. I know you said no one on the current roster can help, but I have a pretty good idea of some legendary talent who are always ready for a fight.
Good. Then I'll leave you to it.
Hey, do you have a second?
The con's not open yet. You'll have to... Wow. I know things didn't go well for you with Mutiny, but it's a bit soon to be joining us on the autograph circuit, isn't it? Hey, look who's here. It's the outcast of WWE.
DDP!
Of course it's me. And as long as you're not trying to take a cut of the yoga market, we're cool.
Don't worry. I'm not here to sell anything. I'm here to ask for your help. I know you both can see what Mutiny is doing, dismantling the company you built with all the sacrifices you made, night after night. WWE means so much to so many people. So I'm asking you for one more sacrifice, because I need an army to take on Mutiny. I need the WWE legends.
You're right. I've never liked Mutiny, and it's been getting worse and worse since they won at Survivor Series.
But you can't expect us to just drop everything. I mean, look around. We're busy people.
Look, I don't mean any disrespect.
None taken. After all, respect is earned.
We've seen what you can do against the current generation. But if you want our help, you gotta show us what you can do against a legend.
I'd be honored to face either of you in a match.
We'll sit this one out. But we do have a few friends joining us here today if you can stick around until the convention opens.
I'm sure Alundra Blaze or Big Papa Pump will be fired up to get you in the ring.
Scott Steiner? You could say I'm officially pumped for this match.
Bang!
Can you warn me next time you're gonna bang?
Didn't expect to work out the ring rust today, but that felt great.
The fans ate it up. DDP and I even had fun. Scott, well, you'll have to ask him. But I think you more than proved that you can hang with the legends.
So you'll help me fight Mutiny?
WWE wasn't perfect, but the way Punk has gone about trying to change it, turning people against each other, putting himself first, this isn't it. DDP and I sent out some text to other legends. We all have your back. But if we're getting involved, you need to make sure we win. What's the plan?
Mutiny's been launching attacks against WWE since the beginning. I want to take a page out of their playbook and hit them on their home turf. At NXT.
I like the sound of that, and I think we can help get you in. A group of WWE legends shows up at their front door, they'll welcome us in with open arms. And maybe somebody will accidentally leave a side door open for you. What a shame it would be for you to ruin their show.
I'm not going to ruin their show. We are.
Apparently, CM Punk has some sort of major announcement regarding WrestleMania. I can't wait.
Mutiny Universe! What I have proven the past few months is that it only takes a spark to start a fire. One person to take a stand and change the trajectory of the whole business. Speaking of changing the business, let's address all those rumors about the WrestleMania main event. Surprise! It's bigger than that. This year, with Mutiny in charge, we're holding WrestleMania CM! And of course, yours truly will headline Mutiny's biggest show against...
What the hell?
Sorry, Punk. Change your plans.
Finn Balor trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh my God, it's X-Pac!
They've infiltrated the infiltrators.
Talk about a change of plans.
WWE Legends Hall of Famers. Who all is in on this?
3D through the table. Mutiny's never faced anything like this before.
They're definitely on their heels right now.
Is that Alundra Blaze? They're pulling out all the stops.
I think this has Punk's attention.
Bayley and KO are going to try to level the playing field. Good luck.
It looks like Mutiny is completely off their game.
All hell has broken loose here at Mutiny's home base.
It's about time someone took a stand against them.
Trish Stratus and Scott Steiner are here.
And look who's with them. Mutiny's nemesis is back.
That's right. You better run.
This is unbelievable.
No, Corey, this is beautiful.
Punk's been fooling around, and now he's going to find out.
Looks like Punk didn't want a taste of his own medicine.
Punk's hightailing it so fast, he didn't have time to blow a kiss. Is Punk going to get away? You gotta be kidding me.
Not this time.
Maybe we'll finally get some justice.
Punk had to expect this after everything he's put him through.
Into the steel door.
Punk's in trouble here.
From behind.
We gotta go.
The SOB is gonna get away again.
Punk may have escaped, but this battle has been won. We're getting word that all of Mutiny is fleeing their home base of the Performance Center.
Mutiny has fallen.
It's about damn time.
First, I just want to thank Mutiny for welcoming us into their home. I hope you like what we've done with the place. It was so nice to see all my old friends tonight, especially one in particular. I'm sorry you had to run, but now that I'm back, we'll have plenty of time to catch up. Because we have a lot to talk about. You picked the wrong side. You followed a guy who likes to stir the pot, rile people up, all in the name of being some sort of holier-than-thou martyr who somehow always knows better than everybody else. CM Punk. Maybe you did once speak truth to power, but now I think you're so angry about what you still haven't been able to accomplish that you use your words to mask the selfish, entitled, arrogant brat that you've become. Or maybe that's who you've always been. It's clear to me. This was no mutiny for the good of the people. What you led was a power grab, designed to replace a monarch with a dictator. You're even more corrupt than the thing you hate. But don't worry, Punk. The WWE legends and I aren't even close to finished. Oh, and your precious performance center? This is ours now. Want it back? Give me a match, and let's settle this once and for all.
Well, that was pretty epic. It was such a blast pushing all those buttons in Gorilla, and I hit a bunch of diamond cutters out of nowhere and made those mutiny jabronis feel the bang. I gotta say, for a bunch of old timers, it was pretty damn impressive how fast we had those clowns running.
Well, they don't call you legends for nothing.
They sure don't, kid. Speaking of, I saw your face in Punk at an 8-man tag. I'm sure any of us would love to get back in there and put Mutiny in their place. So, which 3 legends are you gonna choose? That's gonna be an amazing team. Mutiny's not gonna know what the hell hit them.
It's Team WWE here for one final Mutiny battle.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 1,046 pounds, the Beast, Brock Leonardo! Bubba Ray Dudley, Devon Dudley, and Kevin Nash!
CM Punk's revolution has all come down to this.
And CM Punk, Sarah Banks, Kevin Owens, and Bayley!
It's WWE versus Mutiny one last and final time. And just like that, the nightmare that was Mutiny is officially over.
Normally I'd say that's overly dramatic, Saxton, but not after everything we've been put through.
CM Punk is clearly not happy with the outcome.
Mutiny may be finished, but I have a feeling there's still business to be settled.
Looks like we're going to have some words exchanged here.
No! You don't get to just walk away. You told the world at Survivor Series just how disposable you think I am. So now, it's my turn. Through all our training over the years, you always wanted to take the shortcut. And that's what this was. A shortcut that didn't work out the way you planned. But you never even plan, do you? No, you leech. You leech onto someone else's plan, someone else's talent, someone else's career. First me, then Punk, and all for what? A match at the Showcase of the Immorals? WrestleMania CM against some hand-picked opponent? Don't worry. I'll make sure you still get a match at the real WrestleMania against me! And when I beat you, I can't wait to look into your eyes for the very last time and tell you to get out of my ring! Because you don't deserve it.
Does this mean we're getting WrestleMania this year after all?
I think it does, Saxton, and I think we have our main event.
I can't wait for these two to finally settle their issues at WrestleMania.
Man, does it feel great to be at WrestleMania. The real WWE version. I don't know if I could have stomached that Punk-branded nonsense. It was a hectic few weeks getting everything together last minute, but we pulled it off.
We? You may have booked the venue, but I got the event back on track.
For which we are all very thankful.
I guess we all learned a lesson. In hindsight, it was a mistake to give CM Punk as much leeway as you did. Letting him take over an entire WWE brand with Mutiny and giving him a real opportunity at Survivor Series? But I bet you never thought he would take it so far.
A mistake? I'm not sure about that. Everything worked out in the end, didn't it? I put my faith and confidence in you, and you delivered. May have been a few bumps in the road, but look at us now. Standing here at WrestleMania before what's sure to be an epic main event with everything right in the world.
It'll be a lot better after I win this match. But then we'll have to have a real conversation.
A real conversation about what?
About the issues that led to all this. Punk and Mutiny were just a symptom of problems that we really have. Problems that aren't going to go away with Punk and my former partner.
I know, and I'm going to insist on a thorough review of all our policies and practices after WrestleMania.
We don't need a review. We need change, and I'm going to bring it.
I look forward to working with you to bring about that change.
You had your chance. I think I'll take it from here.
Well, it is official. I have a job again.
I see what you did there. Good to see you again, Adam. Welcome back.
Thank you. And thank you for everything you did to take care of Mutiny.
It was no problem. Well, to be honest, it was a lot of problem. But I'm glad it's done. Just one final loose end to tie up.
So, what are your plans?
Well, this WrestleMania match is looming pretty large on my mind right now.
I'm sure, but I mean after that. You have some influence here now. I overheard what you said to Triple H earlier. I know you won't go all Punk on us, but what do you have in mind? Any thought about the former Mutiny members?
I believe they need to earn their redemption. You can't just try to overthrow an entire company without any consequences. I'm not saying they're gone forever, but respect and reinstatement needs to be earned, not given freely.
Any big changes you'd like to see tackled first? Punk's mutiny destroyed all our plans. But maybe that means there's an opportunity to tweak or reinvent some things.
I've got a few ideas, but the one I want to tackle first is completely original and totally new. I'll fill you in on it later.
Well, my interest is officially piqued, but I've taken up enough of your time before your big match. We'll catch up later. Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks, Adam.
It's the man who's out for ultimate payback.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Beast,
That superstar has been looking for retribution since Survivor Series.
With good reason, Saxton. Revenge is a dish best served cold, and a chill just came over this WrestleMania arena.
This woman's going to pay the price right here at WrestleMania.
And his opponent from North Carolina, Sarah Beth.
The whole WWE Universe has had such high hopes for this superstar. The WrestleMania moment wasn't supposed to look like this.
It's like the old saying goes, you become the thing you hate.
This match is over. Not only has a personal score been settled, but the final weapon of mutiny has been cleared for WWE.
Good riddance.
A clear statement has been made tonight. Long live the showcase of the Immortals.
It'll outlive us all, Michael. When good people stand up for what they believe in, they can turn back an entire rebellion.
Now the mutiny is over, it's time to start thinking about what's next.
At least we know we're in good hands with this superstar leading the way.
For Byron Saxton, Corey Graves, I'm Michael Cole, and this was WWE WrestleMania.
Man, what a night! The twist, the turn, the saltiness, the mustard. They sell one delicious pretzel here, and your match was the perfect compliment.
Thanks, Truth. But what's with the shirt? You know Mutiny lost, right?
Of course I know, but I got this shirt on a deep discount at WWE Shop. So deep, they actually paid me to take it off their hands. But for a while, it sure looked like Mutiny was gonna win, and they could have.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about alternative realities, like one where you made completely different choices and this whole Mutiny thing went a completely different way.
I don't know about that.
It's true. Choice is a powerful thing. Your personality, who you align with, and the other choices you make can affect a lot. Even the division you choose to start in. Did you know I was in the Women's Royal Rumble once? A whole different world. If you had the chance to go back, maybe you could end up being the one who gets to eat the pretzel, instead of having to main event WrestleMania. It's the choosing that makes the winning and losing amusing. I hope that's not confusing.
I think I understand what you're saying, Truth.
I'm glad one of us does.
Why would I want to go back to the beginning? I've already started thinking about big plans for the future of WWE.
That sounds like you're talking about a whole new journey. You just finished one heck of a saga. Maybe enjoy this one a little longer. Start a new story later, like next year. In the meantime, what do you think? Chill here? Munch on some pretzels? Do some live event matches and dream about what might come next? Or jump back in and see where your choices land you? I bet in at least one crazy alternative universe, the WWE Draft is just around the corner.
Another spin could be fun.
I think so too. And hey, look me up when you get back to the start. But don't mention the pretzels. No spoilers. See you on the other side.